today, and possibly the reverse body wave. We'll see how long it takes for me to break it down. If I don't talk too much, it should be fine. So we're going to start by obviously getting in our perfect posture. You guys can see my feet. Okay. So perfect posture. You want your feet don't have to be slammed together. We've done this before. You can have them a little bit apart, as much as hip width. So you find your hip bones here, those points, and you run it down to your foot, and it should come to about the middle toe. That's hip width, but you don't want to be further than that. I like mine close together. It just helps me work on my balance. It engages more muscles trying to hold your balance, and then makes you more steady and stronger. So feet hip width or closer. Knees very soft as you can get them without losing your posture. So you want to bend your knees as much as you can without having to bend your back. Shoulders are up, back, and down. Your arms can be out here to the side or down here on the thigh. We don't want to cut ourselves in half. Drop them down here, or you can hold them back here. So if at any point your arms are really tired and I haven't said, hey, put your arms down, go ahead and gracefully try to readjust them or take them down for a moment, bring them back up to give yourself a rest. But working out your arms while you're working the other parts of your body is just, add workouts. So that's good. All right, so so we're going to go ahead. Perfect posture, shoulders back and down. Chest is just slightly lifted. So this is what we would call our neutral. So dropped is here, lifted is neutral is here, and then up is up here. So up we're going to be using a lot today. Actually, we'll use both of them. So go ahead, check your posture. Lower belly is tucked in, and that is going to straighten out the lower back a little bit, which helps protect your spine. Otherwise, you really work those muscles a lot, and it'll leave you sore. And it's easy to forget that. That's why we want to practice by pulling in the lower abs real tight. It works the lower belly, and it also protects our back. And then our body memorizes this posture, and we don't have to think about it while we're performing or, whatever we do with this. So, perfect posture. All right, so a body wave. A body wave is not just using the belly. So there's belly rolls, which we will go over at some point. Body wave is using the whole body from, you can even use the head sometimes, but usually it's from the shoulders down. Sometimes you bring the feet into it. It just depends on what you're doing. So we're going to break it down from shoulders to hip, and that way you can break down the mechanics of the movement, and then you can put it into use. And if I start sweating bullets, it's because I'm in my garage studio thing, and there's no air conditioning, and it's hotter than hell right now. And I turned off the fans, so hopefully you guys can hear me. This camera is not the camera I usually use, and it's not great for sound. So I guess I'll find out if it's any good or not. So, perfect posture. And now we're going to start with the chest. We're going to lift the chest up. And we've gone over this before, but you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, pushing the chest up. So press it up. So when we did the tutorial for chest movement, for your rib cage movement, when we get isolating your rib cage, we're going to refer back to that. Perfect posture. Lift. This is the beginning, and then we're going to drop it down. We're going to tuck in the upper abs up here, pulling them in nice and tight. But we're not completely caving in. We're not caving in the shoulders, keeping the shoulders back and down. So up, ribs tight, and then we're going to roll it down to the lower belly. So now we don't just have that lower belly tucked in tight like we would for our perfect posture, but we have it pulled in really bad. This is what I call bad dog look. Like this is where we pull it in really far. It's only for a second, and it looks funny when you're doing it for a long time, but when you're doing the body wave, it doesn't look weird. So we're going to do it from the side so you can see what I'm talking about with the lower belly. Get your perfect posture. So chest up, ribs down, roll to the lower belly. So you see how I've got that bad dog thing going on back here, like, I'm a puppy who got in trouble and I'm tucking my tail. So you're tucking your tail way under as far as you can. This is going to start to press your knees out. Don't let it open your legs up. Okay, so keep the legs strong. And if you want, you can go a little further apart with your feet if it makes it easier. So start at the top again. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. And you're going to notice that you have to kind of let your belly go at the bottom. If you don't let your belly go at the bottom, you won't get the wave in your tummy as well, which makes it look more intense. So when you squish the rib cage down, like so. You have to kind of let this go a little down here before you tuck, because your rib cage is pushing your guts down. So this is going to go a little bit. It's going to kind of come out a little bit. That's okay. Don't love it. Love it. We want movement here. We want control here. So learn how to control these ab muscles, okay? So just depending on the shape of your beautiful body, you just have to practice it. And this is a great ab workout, working on your body, your belly rolls, which we will break down further. So right now I want to get the mechanics of the body wave, which is, I think, easier. So chest up, ribs down. So you've got a little poof going on here, tuck in the lower belly. And then the last part is release your hips, okay? Up, ribs, tuck, release. 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 After you get the breakdown, you can start to smooth it out. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. So if you want to rewind and keep breaking it down, you can, or just pause and break it down for a few minutes, go for it. If you want to keep on going, and we're going to smooth it out. So start at the top, get your perfect posture. Lower belly slightly tucked, but not all the way, because we need to have the rest of that movement for the lower part of the roll. So chest, ribs, tuck, release. 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 Roll that spine out. Roll it through. Let's see if we can keep it going continuously. So when you start to make it go continuously, you'll notice the chest goes up, ribs come down. As I'm tucking and as I'm releasing, my chest is already going out. So this is a very controlled, condensed body wave. This movie can get much bigger and continue from head to toe. But right now, we're going to work on what we got right here. Okay? So it's good too. You'll notice, I'm not speaking super clearly and I'm sweating like crazy because it's a good workout. Because I am rolling all my guts around and my lungs are in here too. So breath can be affected. You may not want to be singing while doing a body wave that deep, but you definitely want to be able to breathe. And that's a big part of practicing, is that you're able to do these things and still breathe and not run out of breath or get exhausted. So start at the top, chest to hip, chest to hip, chest to hip, chest to hip. Roll it through. My knees are really soft, because if your knees aren't soft, you won't get the lower body movement. The hips won't move. So imagine my legs are straight. So if my legs are straight, my lower belly can't tuck in the right way, and that means my posture's bad. So that's the first problem. And if your knees are straight, then your movement stops right here. It won't go any further. You need that softness in your knees so you can be fluid, so you can float, which is a big part of belly dancing, is that we learn to use our body in a way that makes us almost floaty. Things just kind of flow. So go ahead and start at the top. Chest to hip, chest to hip, chest to hip. And when you get this down and you're comfortable, you can start to do it on your toes. So go up as high as you can hold your balance. Your feet and your ankles will get stronger. Weak ankles run in my family, so it took me a little while to get used to this. My legs used to shake. And when you're not doing it very much, you'll lose the strength in your ankles. The more you do it, the stronger you'll get, obviously. So knees are still bent. So even though my heels are up off the ground, so I've got lots of movement this way, I can go up and down and change my levels, my knees are still soft. My lower belly's still tucked, my chest is slightly lifted, shoulders are back and down, and my head floats up top. So now we're going to go from the top, chest to hip, chest to hip, chest to hip. The breakdown, chest, ribs, tuck, release, chest, ribs, tuck, release. See, the belly kind of pushes out right here, release, okay? So now let's go ahead and work on that up on our toes. If you have balance issues, and this is very common, balance is just like a muscle. You have to work it. You have to strengthen it. And if you never use it, yeah, you're not going to have good balance. And everybody's balance obviously varies. But no matter how bad your balance is, you can make it better. It may never be the best, but you can always make it better. So let's go ahead and work on that. But a trick, if you do have trouble with balance, is to stagger your feet. Sometimes my feet are here and next to each other. Sometimes if I'm moving around a lot, my feet are staggered, so that way I don't lose my balance. And I can shift my body in whatever direction I need to go. I don't know what that dance was, but I can move my body in whichever direction I need to go. I can change my levels. It just gives you a little bit more stability. So you'll see my feet are staggered a little bit. Knees are still bent, tuck the belly, chest is lifted, shoulders are back and down. Head's floaty, with a little attitude. So go ahead and try it like this. It might be a little easier on your toes if you have your feet staggered. And you just stagger them as far as you need to until you get better. And then you bring them closer together and you practice and you practice. So let's go ahead. Shoulders are back and down. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. Chest to release. So, and now we can kind of go up to get tall and then come down. And as your knees get stronger, don't panic if you can't take your level down by bending your knees right away. Or if you can't go very far, the tiniest bit is going to start to strengthen the muscles around your knees. And I know it can be very hard. Knees are an area where people suffer, where people have a lot of injuries. So don't give up on them. Keep them strong. Do a little at a time. Do a little every day. You may not be doing full out, butt to the floor drops yet, but you can do a little levels, and subtleties are so yummy in dancing. The little techniques, the little isolations. So it's okay if you don't hit the floor, but you master that bit of movement that you do have. Work it out and make it fantastic, and make it beautiful and fluid. Enjoy your body for what it is, because it's amazing. You're alive and your body is amazing, no matter what condition you're in. So start to appreciate it and help it become stronger and stronger and stronger. So, all right, enough preaching at you, sorry. Okay, where were we? Levels. So, knees are bent, lower belly slightly tucked, chest is slightly lifted, shoulders are back and down, head's got some attitude. Let's start at the top, break it down. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. 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 Roll it out now. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. Chest, ribs, tuck, release. And remember, it is harder when you go slow. Fast is easier because the movements are smaller. My belly's gurgling because I'm rolling my stomach around. But when you break it down and you go slow, it is harder, but your movements are bigger and you gain more strength and more control. So slow it down when you're practicing, work that out, and then speed it up, and then change your speeds. Just practice it. Practice it till you're melting like I am right now. I'm sure you can probably see it on the camera. I'm disgusting, but whatever. Sweating it out. All right, here we go. Chest to hip. Chest to hip. You can see my knees are soft, so I can add a little drop, just a little back up. Chest to hip, chest to hip. And drop my heels. If I need to relax my feet for a moment, switch directions. Pick up onto the toes with a staggered foot, but I didn't really go higher. Kept my knees soft. But now I can go up and down. Up and down. And down, if you want. So, that is a body wave. It's a very straightforward, top to bottom body wave. If you would like to learn the reverse, or if you would like me to break down the belly roll, which you can do the belly roll without the body. So there's always your belly. This camera's not gonna let me do anymore today. It keeps shutting off, it hates me. I need my GoPro back. I get it back Sunday, so I can start doing more tutorials and more of everything, more paints. School's gonna start. I'm gonna have a little bit of free time again. Yes. So, if you liked this, please give me a thumbs up, please subscribe. It's all about helping each other out. It doesn't cost us anything to give each other some love, and I will gladly share that love back with you guys, because I'm all about supporting each other. And if you guys would like me to do a tutorial on just the belly roll, where we just work from ribs to hip, working our abdominal muscles, and we can do them both directions. So, like that. There we go. My son keeps gurgling and go eat. If you guys would like me to do a breakdown of that, go ahead and leave me a comment saying, yes, please break down the belly roll. I'll throw that one in, as like a quick tutorial. I mean, all of them are quick, but eventually they might get longer. If you want to see me teach you the reverse roll, which is a little bit different in the breakdown, but pretty similar to the regular body wave, let me know. Sometimes people are better at the reverse than they are at the top, from top to bottom. Sometimes they're better from bottom to top. So if you'd like me to break that one down for you, I will gladly do that. Or if there's another move that you're like, oh my gosh, I've seen this move, and what is it, and can you break it down for me? Let me know, leave me comments describing it the best you can, and I will try and figure out what it is and break it down for you. And what else? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a dance using the body wave a lot. I'll try and stick to using the body wave as much as I can during the song, but I tend to get carried away and get liking it too much, enjoying myself, and just start dancing around. But I will try to use our new body wave, belly roll, body wave. I'll try to use our body wave that I just broke down for you as much as I can in the little example part. Well, if you guys have any questions or anything, please feel free to ask. Constructive criticism is obviously welcome. Do I need to speak louder? Do I not need to not use this camera again? I cannot use this camera again if that's fine, if you would like, because it's a pain in the butt. Do I need to be closer to the camera? Do I need to be further from the camera? Tell me what you think. What needs improvement? Because, I work on a very short amount of time, and I usually got kids running around or something, so I try and squeeze these in when I can, when I get my workout in during the day. And I just want to give you guys what you want. So let me know what you want. Have a good day.
Always the best place to find another so the bar is where I go. My friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast and never talk slow. I'm always up for conversation, trust me, I'll give it a chance. Down to my hands, and on the jukebox and we start to dance. And I'm singing like, oh, I won't show up. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Coming up, pulling my feet. I may be crazy, but my knees say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Coming up, pulling my feet. Coming out, pulling my feet. I'm in love with the shape of you. The push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. Last night you were in my room, and now my bed sheets smell like you. Every day's coloring something brand new. I'm in love with your body. 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 Every day's coloring something brand new. I'm in love with the shape of the weekend. We let the story begin. We're going out on our first date. You and me, 50 so far we can eat. Fill up the bag and fill up the plate. We talk for hours and hours about sweet and sour and how your family's doing okay. And leaving you in the taxi, kissing the backseat while the driver make the radio play. And singing like you and you, I won't show up. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Coming up, pulling my feet. I may be crazy, but my knees say, boy, let's not talk too much.